A birth in the dust, the humble beginnings of an emperor. In the midst of the vast, desolate Mongolian steppe, a child is born, wrapped in the traditional fabric of his people. This child, though born in such humble and harsh conditions, is destined to change the course of history. The year is 1162, a time when the world was vastly different, a time when the Mongolian steppe was a land of nomadic tribes and constant struggle. The place, the vast and unforgiving Mongolian steppe, a child is born. This land, with its endless horizons and harsh climate, is both a cradle and a crucible for those who inhabit it. His name is Temüjin, destined to become Genghis Khan. From the moment of his birth, his life is marked by the trials and tribulations that will shape him into one of history's most formidable leaders. Imagine a world of endless sky, a sky that seems to stretch on forever, a sky that watches over the lives of those who roam beneath it. Wind-swept plains stretching to the horizon. These plains, though beautiful, are unforgiving, a place where only the strong survive. This is where our story begins. In a land where the dawn brings both hope and the promise of another day of struggle. A world where survival is a daily struggle. Every day is a battle against the elements, a fight to gather enough resources to see another sunrise. Tribal alliances shift like the desert sands. Life is harsh. The bonds between tribes are fragile, constantly changing with the winds of fortune and necessity. Death is a constant companion. In this land, the specter of death is never far away, a reminder of the fragility of life. Temüjin's early life is marked by hardship. From a young age, he learns the harsh realities of life on the steppe. His father, a tribal leader, is betrayed and murdered. This betrayal leaves a deep scar on young Temüjin, shaping his views on loyalty and trust. Young Temüjin, his family, and his small band of followers are cast out. They are left to wander the steppe, searching for a place to call home, left to fend for themselves in a world of constant danger. They face hunger. They confront bitter cold. Every day is a struggle for survival, a test of their resilience and determination. They must fight to survive. In this harsh environment, only the strong and the cunning can hope to endure. Every sunrise is a victory against the odds. Each new day is a testament to their strength and perseverance. Through these trials, Temüjin's character is forged. He learns the skills he will need to lead, to fight and to survive. He learns the importance of loyalty. In a world where betrayal is common, the bonds of loyalty become a lifeline. He understands the power of strategy. He learns to think ahead, to plan and to outmaneuver his enemies. He develops a keen sense of justice. He understands that fairness and justice are crucial to maintaining the loyalty and trust of his followers. These qualities, honed in the crucible of his youth, will one day make him the leader of men, a leader who inspires loyalty, who commands respect, and who is feared by his enemies, the leader who will unite the Mongol tribes. Under his leadership, the disparate tribes of the Mongolian steppe will come together as one, the leader who will become Genghis Khan, a name that will be remembered throughout history, a name that will come to symbolize power, strategy, and unyielding determination. The crucible of youth, tragedy, and triumph in the Mongolian steppes. Imagine the unforgiving landscape. The vast open grasslands stretch as far as the eye can see, under a dramatic sky that shifts from serene to stormy in moments. This is a land where survival is a daily battle and only the strongest endure. A young Temüjin witnesses his father's murder. His father, Yesugei, a respected leader, is poisoned by a rival tribe. This brutal act of treachery leaves the young boy in a state of shock and despair. He feels the sting of betrayal. The very people who once swore loyalty to his father now turn their backs on his family. This sense of betrayal cuts deep, leaving scars that will shape his future. He sees his family torn apart. His mother, Holland, struggles to keep the family together, but the tribe abandons them, leaving them to fend for themselves in the harsh wilderness. The young Temüjin is forced to grow up quickly, taking on responsibilities far beyond his years. This experience leaves an indelible mark. The pain and suffering he endures during these formative years forge a steely resolve within him. He learns that trust is a rare commodity and that he must rely on his own strength and cunning to survive. It fuels a desire for justice. Temüjin becomes determined to avenge his father's death and restore his family's honor. This burning desire for retribution becomes a driving force in his life. It ignites a thirst for power. He realizes that to achieve his goals, he must gain power and influence. This ambition sets him on a path that will eventually lead to the unification of the Mongol tribes. He vows to avenge his father. This vow is not just a promise to himself, but a declaration to the world that he will not rest until justice is served. He dreams of uniting the warring Mongol tribes. He envisions a future where the tribes are no longer divided by petty conflicts, but are united under a single banner, strong and invincible. Survival in this harsh environment demands resilience. The Mongolian steppes are unforgiving, and only those with the skills and determination to endure can hope to thrive. Temüjin learns to hunt, forage, and navigate this challenging terrain. Temüjin becomes a skilled horseman. Mastery of horseback riding is essential for survival and warfare in the steppes. He spends countless hours honing his skills, becoming one with his horse. He masters the bow and arrow. Archery is another crucial skill, and Temüjin becomes an expert marksman. His ability to strike targets with precision from a distance makes him a formidable warrior. He learns the art of warfare. Under the guidance of experienced warriors, he studies tactics, strategy, and combat techniques. He understands that knowledge and preparation are as important as physical strength. He earns the respect of other tribesmen. His skills, determination, and leadership qualities do not go unnoticed. Other tribesmen begin to see him as a potential leader, someone who can bring about change. His reputation as a warrior grows. He becomes a leader. Temüjin's reputation spreads and more people start to follow him. His vision of a united Mongol nation begins to take shape. He unites those around him. Through diplomacy, alliances, and sheer force of will, he brings together disparate tribes, forging a coalition that grows stronger with each passing day. His charisma draws people to his cause. Temüjin's ability to inspire and lead is unmatched. His followers are not just loyal, they are devoted, willing to fight and die for his vision. His early victories are impressive. He defeats rival clans, he forges alliances, his power base expands. Each victory solidifies his position and brings him closer to his ultimate goal, but danger lurks around every corner. He faces betrayal, he suffers defeat. The path to greatness is fraught with peril. And Temüjin learns that even those closest to him can turn against him. He is even captured and enslaved by a rival tribe. This period of captivity is a severe test of his resilience and determination. Yet, even in chains, he plots his escape and dreams of revenge. But Temüjin is not easily broken. His spirit remains unyielding. He escapes his captors, more determined than ever to achieve his destiny. This unbreakable will is what sets him apart and propels him toward his ultimate triumph. The Forge of Unity. Temüjin rises to become Genghis Khan. Imagine the audacity. A young man born into a world of chaos and division dares to dream of something greater. He envisions a future where the Mongol tribes, long divided and embroiled in endless conflict, can come together as one. A young man, once a fugitive, dares to dream of unity. Temüjin, who had faced countless hardships and betrayals, finds within himself the strength to rise above his circumstances. He understands the pain of division and the power of unity. The Mongol tribes, divided for generations, are locked in endless conflict. These tribes, each with their own leaders and agendas, have been at war for as long as anyone can remember. The bloodshed and strife seem never-ending, with no hope for peace in sight. Temüjin envisions a different future. He sees beyond the immediate struggles and envisions a united Mongol nation. He dreams of a time when the tribes can come together, not as enemies, but as brothers and sisters working towards a common goal. He sees strength in unity. Temüjin believes that by uniting the tribes, they can achieve greatness. He knows that together, they are stronger than they could ever be apart. This vision becomes his driving force, his mission. He believes in a common destiny. Temüjin speaks to the hearts of his people, sharing his vision of a united Mongol nation. He inspires them with his words, igniting a spark of hope and determination in their hearts. He sets out to make his vision a reality. With unwavering determination, Temüjin begins to rally the tribes. He knows that this journey will not be easy, but he is prepared to face any challenge that comes his way. His rise to power is swift and decisive. Temüjin's leadership and strategic brilliance quickly become evident. He wins battle after battle, proving himself to be a formidable warrior and a wise leader. He rallies the Mongol people, he crushes his enemies, his message resonates. Temüjin's vision of unity and strength captures the hearts of the Mongol people. They rally behind him, ready to follow him into battle and beyond. Peace through unity, he declares. He promises stability. He offers prosperity. Temüjin's promise of a better future through unity and cooperation resonates deeply with the weary tribes. They see in him a leader who can bring them the peace and prosperity they have longed for. The Mongol tribes, weary of conflict, listen. They are tired of the endless fighting and bloodshed. Temüjin's vision offers them a glimmer of hope, a chance for a better future. In 1206, a grand assembly is held. The Mongol tribes gather. This historic event marks a turning point in the history of the Mongol people. It is a moment of great significance as the tribes come together to decide their future. They come from far and wide. From the farthest reaches of the steppe, the tribes make their way to the assembly. They come with hope in their hearts, ready to witness a momentous occasion. They come to witness history. The air is thick with anticipation as the tribes gather. They know that they are about to witness a historic event, one that will change the course of their future. Temüjin, the once humble warrior, is proclaimed Genghis Khan. In a moment of great ceremony and significance, Temüjin is crowned Genghis Khan, the oceanic ruler. This title signifies his new role as the leader of a united Mongol nation. The title echoes across the steppe. It means oceanic ruler. The proclamation of Genghis Khan's new title reverberates across the vast Mongolian steppe, symbolizing the beginning of a new era. A fitting title for a man who would conquer much of the known world. Genghis Khan's vision and leadership would lead the Mongol nation to unprecedented heights, conquering vast territories and leaving an indelible mark on history. Section 4, the eagle takes flight, early victories, and the Mongol war machine. Genghis Khan, a unifier, a leader. But he is also a conqueror. He builds a powerful army. His soldiers are disciplined, they are fiercely loyal, they are trained in the art of mounted warfare. The Mongol cavalry becomes a force of nature, swift and deadly, sweeping across the steppes like a whirlwind. His early campaigns target the Xixia and Jin dynasties in China. He utilizes innovative tactics. His army employs siege warfare. They perfect the use of gunpowder. They are masters of deception. Genghis Khan understands the importance of logistics. He establishes supply lines. He ensures the mobility of his troops. His victories are swift. His empire expands. His reputation precedes him. A brilliant strategist, a ruthless conqueror. Genghis Khan's name becomes synonymous with both fear and respect. Section 5, a torrent of steel conquering the Khwarezmian Empire. The Khwarezmian Empire, a powerful empire in Central Asia. It stands in the path of the Mongol advance. Genghis Khan sends envoys. He seeks peaceful trade. He is met with hostility. The Khwarezmian Shah, blinded by arrogance, underestimates the Mongol Khan. This act of aggression is a fatal miscalculation. Genghis Khan unleashes the fury of the Mongol army. Cities fall, armies are crushed. The Khwarezmian Empire crumbles. The Mongol conquest is brutal, it is swift, it is decisive. Genghis Khan's military genius is on full display. He uses spies to gather intelligence. He employs psychological warfare to demoralize his enemies. He adapts his tactics to exploit his enemies' weaknesses. He is a master of logistics. His army can move with incredible speed and agility.